She tightly closed her eyes and climbed toward the 10,000-meter-high sky, but her destination was unstable and looked like it could collapse at any moment. Still, she didn't give up. After calming herself, she carefully felt her way upward, step by step, but she didn't notice the rotten wooden beam. Suddenly, she lost her balance and started falling. Thankfully, she quickly grabbed onto the beam and narrowly escaped danger. She picked up her pace after that and soon reached a patch of cloud. With great effort, she pulled herself up and collapsed onto the cloud, breathing heavily. Suddenly, she sat up sharply and looked behind her. A wooden cabin wrapped in scarves appeared before her eyes, and her face turned serious. After a moment of hesitation, she carried out a basket of wheat from the cabin and slowly walked toward the edge of the cloud. She had lived on this cloud since she was a child. Every day she would sit in the cabin weaving scarves. When hungry, she'd eat some biscuits. When bored, she'd read by the windowsill. Life passed by quietly and uneventfully. But that afternoon, a small accident disrupted everything. She was lying on the cloud reading when the noise from below caught her attention. She peeked her head out curiously, but the noise grew louder and louder, so much that her head began to throb. To escape the chaos, she went back inside. But just as she opened her eyes and was about to continue weaving, a noise from the kitchen startled her. She went into a defensive stance, only to see a squirrel stealing food. Its cuteness startled her, and she backed away. She cautiously observed from behind a scarf. After confirming there was no danger, she gently tossed it a snack. The squirrel acted like it was meeting an old friend. It climbed onto her. The two quickly bonded, forgetting all about the noise outside. Following the squirrel, she stepped outside. But as they stood on the cloud, she suddenly lost control and sank into it, falling rapidly until she landed on a strange new cloud. Her heart pounded, and the noises grew even louder. Suddenly, the squirrel fell down too, and ran into an old wooden house. Curious, she followed it inside, and what she saw froze her in place. A woman sat in a chair with lifeless eyes, weaving nothing but air. Then the woman suddenly got up and stared into a mirror. It was as if she realized something. Her face filled with terror, and she ran out the door, grabbing the little squirrel along the way. She climbed back up the wooden stairs to her own cloud. Once there, she didn't pause. She threw her woven scarf down, took one last look at the familiar cabin, and without a second thought, leapt off the cloud with the squirrel in her arms.